Here is given some details of embryological induction. I plan to give it in some parts. In the first part, we can define what is induction. Now, you may be knowing there are the cells in a ectodermal layer, mesodermal layer, endodermal layer that way. Now they seem to be common. Now the ectodermal tissues should become into their derivatives in future, like skin, central axis structures, that way. Now the mesodermal tissues should become into muscular tissues and the reproductive organs, that way. And the endodermal cells should become into the digestive tract and the relevant glands, that way. So the modification of these cells, which seem very common at the initial stage of embryogenesis, should become into specific tissues or cells to develop into their future organs, the prospective organs in future. What is said to be differentiation. So the cells which are at a preliminary condition, at the early stage of embryogenesis, will be specified to become into central axis structure, to become into skin structure, to become into muscular structure, to become into digestive structure, that way. So this conversion, this modification of the general cells or tissues into the specific tissues and organs, what is said to be differentiation. Now actually the cells, when they are multiplying from the fertilized stage, may get the determination as what to become. Internally there may be the information, the capacity for the cell to become into a particular organ in the future. What is said to be the competence. Now the competence is available with every cell or the tissue, but anyway the cells must be induced, should get some signal from the neighbor or the adjacent cells. Then only they can process into their specific organ. They can process their internal biochemical, genetic structures to become into the future derivatives. Accordingly, the source from where the signal comes, there also the cells or the tissues which may be underlying or the adjacent or neighbor cells, but anyway they produce the substance which can induce another cell to start with their further development, differentiation process. So such cells or tissues which are induced by the signal from the neighbor cell said to be recipient tissues or induced tissues or competent tissues, because they carry that competence, capacity to develop into a particular organ, responding tissue to the signal from the neighboring source. And the tissues which are responsible for producing such substance to induce the neighbor, to give the signal to the neighbor, called inducing tissue. Now for an example, you may recall the gastrulation process in the frog, where we have mentioned the word dorsal lip as the initial part of gastrulation, where the cells at the dorsal lip region proliferates, multiply and moves in an U-turn fashion just beneath the ectoderm layer to form the layer called chorda mesodome. Now the cells of the chorda mesodome said to be the inducers. Inducer in the sense able to produce the substance which may signal the overlying ectodome to modify themselves or to differentiate themselves into the central axis structures. So accordingly, the ectodermal genetic system, biochemical system will get modified to develop into the central axis structures in the course of time. So the chorda mesodermal cells here may be called inducers because they produce the signal substance which may give some signal and induce the ectodermal cells. No doubt they must be competent to become into the central axis structures. Like you say the neural tube and even the notochord.